Darkcast Network, indie pods with a dark side.
The Missing Magnolias podcast tells the stories of the missing and murdered.
Ultimately, these kids went into state custody and they never came out.
Together with missing persons expert Dr. Michelle Janice, we uncover the real true crime experience.
Every time we do another interview, I'm like, how do we find so many badass women?
We hear from victims who turn their pain into something positive.
We didn't find out till we were 11 or 12 years old that our mom was murdered.
In Times Square, it said Mickey Shunick fought for her life.
And experts who think outside the box to solve cases.
I scour missing persons databases like NamUs to see if they're uploaded to that database.
Subscribe to Missing Magnolias on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts today.
Hi, this is Kelly.
And this is Jenna.
And you're listening to ODFM.
This episode is One Debauchery from Murder, Part 2.
For Part 2.
Part 2. The saga continues.
Yes, it's absolutely. This could be its own series for easily. Okay.
And I had to focus just on Carl Williams.
Okay,
because there are
so
other
many
points
other
of view.
avenues. Oh,
right.
Damn. See, that could be such a good show. Australia, we have a show for you.
Oh, you just wait.
Just
wait, Kelly.
They have a show for me. Okay.
They have a show for you. All right. So a little recap. We're talking about Carl. What was his middle name? Carl Andrew Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Carol Anthony Williams, right?
Okay.
The baby-faced killer.
Yes.
Also known as the Premier, right?
Oh, that's just weird. Okay.
He came from a working class suburban family, got into the drug trade, and pees his pants.
And he's unassuming.
And he's incredibly unassuming. Mm-hmm. And he takes on some of the biggest crime and drug families in Melbourne and becomes a huge thorn in their side.
He becomes a premier.
He becomes a premier.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
We're back to Carl. Okay. So he just had this big ass party for his daughter, right? Because now he thinks
the christening.
He's untouchable, right?
Yeah. The $200,000 christening.
200. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
did the Pope officiate?
I don't know. I should find out. So there's another crime family, the Carltons, who were rumored to be siding with the Moran family.
That's rude because their name includes his name.
Oh, that's rude. You're
Carl.
right. That's so rude.
Tons of Carls.
They should side with Carl, but I'll tell you why they didn't. The two heads of the families. So there's Louis Moran, and then the head of the Carlton family was Graham the Monster Kinnebra.
Oh,
the monster.
The monster, of course.
I love the names. I love the mob names, right? Well, these two are BFFs.
Oh, well, in that case.
So you got to side with your BFF,
yeah,
right?
You do.
Okay.
Just like Benji.
So, exactly. Except he wasn't Carl's BFF. He was a hitman for the other team. And then he BFFs, which is so hilarious.
If you can't beat them, join them, right? So
yeah. All right. So Carl learns that Louis Moran and Graham Kinnebrow had set up a meeting.
Oh,
because they don't just call each other up on the phone. They gotta set up a meeting. Have your people call my people.
That's what I was just to say. You gotta have the people call the people.
Exactly.
All right.
So in December of 2003, Carl launched a preemptive strike.
Oh,
sending his friend Benji and another hitman to Graham Kinnebrow's suburban home. Because they all live in these big, fancy, nice suburban houses.
They're all probably around the corner from each other.
Right, exactly. They're all in these nice gated communities and shit.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
And they're the ones that everyone should be afraid of, but they're the ones behind the gates.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So Graham Kinnebrow, who was considered untouchable, they shot and killed him in front of his house.
He was touched.
Yeah, he was touched. He was not untouchable. Carl and Benji now move out of the suburbs into a luxury penthouse in Melbourne for what they consider safety reasons.
Oh, sure. The more people around. I see. Okay.
Roberta moves into a separate apartment in the same building with the kids. Benji lives with Carl. Roberta lives with the kids. She got the short end of the stick.
I know.
Man.
I was going to say
right?
They get some bachelor pad and she has to take all the kids.
And they're in a luxury penthouse and she's just in a different one. Anyway.
Okay.
So anyways, there was like a little bit of trouble in paradise. You know, they sell and deal and they use and they party. And I'm sure there's other people are slept with. Right. So there's some jealousy issues and stuff. So anyway, so she was arrested on drug charges. But she always appealed to the court that she was a mother and wanted to get clean for her kids. And so they're always like, what?
Yeah, they're going to side with the mom. Right. She's not the one doing all the bad shit.
Yeah, so she didn't go to jail. All right, so now there is Mick Gatto. There's a new guy. You guys got your notes out?
Mick.
Okay. He was a, in quotes, mediator for the Carlton crew.
He's a negotiator.
He's their negotiator, right?
Okay.
He's sort of, he
brings the gold guns.
Maybe twist your arm,
Yeah.
So he's a mediator for the Carlton crew. He was told that Carl had a huge contract out on him, $400,000. The largest anyone had offered on a contract killing so far during this whole gangland killing war thing. In March of 2004, Mick Gatto asks Benji for a meeting. At a suburban restaurant.
Okay. We're with all these other people.
Right. Benji went and they go to the back of the restaurant for a private chat.
No
one knows exactly what happens, but an argument broke out. And Benji was shot and killed.
Bestie's gone.
Bestie's gone. And Benji was shot and killed with his own gun. So while Mick was arrested, he was able to plead self-defense and was acquitted.
I just got the gun away from him and I had to shoot him. He was coming for me.
He came for me first, right?
Oh, shit. All right.
Okay. So, as revenge for his bestie's murder. He's living, right? He decides to set his sights on Louis Moran. Why that was the revenge, I don't totally know.
He's like, I'm going to go for the head of the snake.
I guess so, but this is a different family.
Oh, right. But they're friends of.
But they're friends, and they're on the same side, right? And he already took out the head of the Carlton family. So
so he's like, okay, I'm going to go for the other head.
All right. So according to Lewis's longtime bodyguard, a man named Burt Rout, who was interviewed for this show that I watched, and boy, was he entertaining to hear.
Really?
He had some shit to say. He said that every night for days, Carl called Lewis to tell him that he was coming for him.
Oh, okay. So he's menacing.
He's being menacing. Lewis, at this point, he's lost both sons and his best friend, Carl.
Oh,
right. He's kind of like, let him come for me. Like,
come at me. Come at me. Yeah.
Right. If you're that tough, come at me.
Yeah.
Lewis does put out a contract on Carl. And he offers $50,000 for someone to kill Carl. But Carl offered $100,000. This is not where you go cheap, right? Like this is where you pull out the bucks.
Right. Yeah, this is a big one. Let's go big. Go big.
Right?
It's like the bounty hunter. Yeah.
You don't do like a Groupon for this shit. You like
Groupon. It's the hitman's Groupon.
A week later, Carl hired 2 more hitmen, because why hire one when you can hire 2?
I mean, yeah. If one can't get the job done,
exactly.
Back up.
Right. So Lewis and his bodyguard, Bert, were shot in public at a casino called the Brunswick Club. Lewis was killed. Bert was critically injured, but he obviously lived because he's in this show that I saw, right?
Okay.
And Lewis was 63 at the time of his death. None of these people live very long.
Wow. Okay. So he got the head of the snake.
So he got the head of the snake, right? In 2004, Roberta's arrested again. This time she pled guilty to trafficking of commercial quantity of ecstasy.
Okay.
And this time she's sentenced to 18 months in jail.
Okay. So what happens to kids now? It's like nobody's taking care of the kid.
I'm not sure what happened to them. So I know Carl's parents helped.
Okay.
Right? His mom, Barbara, and his dad, George. right? I don't know, because Carl's out partying and
I
selling
know.
drugs.
That's
and
what I
shit.
was thinking. He's got his
I don't
own penthouse. He's not
Right.
worried about his kids. Seems like.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. So the Piranha Task Force then learned that Carl hired 2 hitmen to kill the Carlton's lawyer, Mario Condello. I have absolutely no idea why. I tried.
Mad at the lawyer.
So I don't
Dude,
even
he's
know.
just doing his job. He's out. Leave the lawyer alone.
I'm just a lawyer, man.
I'm just doing my job. I was forced to be this lawyer for these people.
Right.
Yeah, they pay me good, but
they pay me well, right? So they find out what the plan is, and they find out where and when it's supposed to take place, right?
uh-oh.
So they set up a sting operation,
Okay.
and they're there waiting when the hitmen show up. And so the hitmen are arrested and charged with attempted murder, and so is Carl.
Nice.
Again.
Okay. Again. Carl's
Again.
and he peed his pants.
And he probably
way to
peed
jail.
himself silly again,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
cried, I had nothing to do with it. I'm just a big dumb idiot, right? So the 2 hitmen that Carl had hired back in August of 2003 to kill Michael Marshall,
Mm-hmm.
those guys also happened to be arrested, and they told police that Carl hired them.
Whoopsies.
They turned on him, right?
Yeah.
And I have a good idea what. I don't know for sure, but I think I know why.
Okay.
Because the gunman from Jason Moran's murder, remember the guy who got shot with the kids in the minivan?
Yeah.
Okay. That guy turned on Carl and talked to the police because Carl had promised him $100,000 to kill Jason.
Ooh.
And Carl only gave him $2,500.
Carl, don't get cheap now.
If you
This is when
don't
you
pay
do
your hitmen, they're not going to keep their
They're
mouth
not
shut.
going to help you, dude.
So I don't know for sure, but I think that's why the other 2 hitmen
Yeah, that sounds about right.
turned
Yeah.
on him too.
They're
So
like,
they got
I'm
3
not sure we're
guys all
really going to get
saying,
paid.
police continue to gather evidence against Carl because they want to charge him with more murders, right?
Yeah.
They estimated he was responsible for orchestrating at least 10 murders between 2003 and 2004.
Oh, within a year.
Within
Holy
a year.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
He was called the worst serial killer in the state of Victoria. He was nicknamed the Babyface Killer and the Premier. And when he finally got arrested, he was 33. So all of this by the time he's 33. Okay.
Dang. Okay.
So in July of 2006, so this is what, 2 years after he's arrested, I believe. He made a deal to avoid being charged with any more murders because he wanted to avoid a life sentence without parole.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
He pled guilty to the murder of Michael Marshall. And then a year later, he pled guilty to the murders of Jason Moran, Mark Malia, and Louis Moran. And he pled guilty to conspiracy to commit the murder of Mario Condello, the guy that they did the sting on. Okay.
Oh, right. Okay.
And this was in exchange for they won't give him life.
Okay. Yeah. And
Even
they don't have
though
the death penalty there.
They
right?
but he pled guilty to 4 murders and conspiracy to a 5th.
Damn.
And they had reason to believe there were at least 5 more.
Yeah. So they're like, we'll take what we can get.
But, right.
All
In
right.
court, however, Justice Betty King told Carl, she's like, look, the public thinks you're a hero. And you're not a hero. Like, they need to know that you're not a hero, right?
Yeah.
She said that he was a coward who gets other people to do his dirty work.
True.
And she does. He didn't fire a single weapon.
Yeah, he would have peed his pants. He would have shit.
He didn't have the balls.
He
didn't have the balls.
No, he would have shit his.
He peed his pants.
Yeah.
Right. He was sentenced to 35 years.
Oh, okay. That's pretty
meaning
good.
that he would be released in 2042 and he would be about 72.
Dang.
Right.
Holy shit.
So
he could still do a lot of murders. Yeah.
And things happen from prison.
Yeah.
So she reads the sentence and apparently Carl smirked.
Oh.
When he heard his sentence.
Oh, he's pleased.
And and he stood up and said, I have something to say. I expected nothing better of you. You are not a judge. You are only a puppet of the police. You are a puppet for Piranha.
Wow. Okay, sit down. I have more to say now.
Right?
Holy
the judge asked for him to be removed and he yelled, get fucked.
Oh.
And then
Okay.
His mother stood up and yelled out, "You're not a judge. You don't deserve your wig and gown." So like I'm like, it's Jerry Springer in the courtroom.
Wow. Mom needs to go to jail now too for contempt.
Shit.
Holy shit.
It is. It's Jerry Springer. So
absolutely. Oh my God.
I almost forgot. Side note.
Oh.
Roberta was in court.
Oh shit. What'd she do?
Watching the proceedings, right? She offered a snort of coke to the person sitting next to her, who was a policeman's father. And she had no idea. She's like,
I'm getting tired. Do you need a bump over here?
God, this is long and boring.
Oh, geniuses.
Oh, God. All right. She was really pissed at Carl for taking a plea deal. They were divorced in 2007, but they remained friends. And apparently they talk daily.
Oh, okay. Well, co-parenting, I mean.
Right. So, but, that was her income, right? She dealt drugs and
what's she going to do now?
So she decides to try to monetize her notoriety.
Oh.
With interviews for magazine articles and public appearances. And she did something that was referred to as a crime tour. I don't know what that means.
It sounds like you're doing a tour of crimes, like you're going to go commit crimes all over, but apparently not. Okay.
I don't know. But I guess she couldn't survive and provide for her children with her celebrity status.
Oh.
At this time, Dakota's only 7.
Oh, no.
She's got the 3 older kids, right? But they weren't that old. They're probably teens or something.
She should have started with a book and then done a book.
Why didn't she do a book? I don't know. Maybe she couldn't read. I don't know.
Oh.
Probably hasn't read a book in her life.
True.
Anyway.
Or maybe she would have gone to jail because she would have given too much up.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. In articles, she complained that she was living off of Australia's version of Social Security and public aid.
Wow. How sad for her.
I know, right?
Free money? Darn.
And she said that nobody would employ her.
Well,
I'm sorry. We're not looking for a drug dealer right now.
Yeah. And I'm a little afraid that we'll get killed if we do have you in our place. So
I don't know. I don't know. Who was she supposed to work for? One of the other families? Sorry, you killed our head guy. So we're not going to employ you. I don't know what she was thinking. No. But she couldn't understand why she couldn't get a job.
Why can't I get a job? I just know so much about death.
Right. She was like, she's already dating a new man.
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course.
Who apparently had no ties with any criminal behavior or drugs. He was a straight-laced guy, right?
Soul. He has no idea.
I know.
He has no idea.
And she was like, look, I paid my debt to society for my drug offenses. I don't understand what the problem is. It's one of those negative things that have to do with going to jail.
Yeah.
There's these things. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're called consequences for your actions. I don't know if you're aware.
And also, if someone has a past, they tend to still do those same things. There's, you don't completely change.
I don't know why you're not trustworthy.
Yeah. Why wouldn't we trust you now?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
So,
she's a joy.
I'm telling you, she keeps going. I got more on her.
Oh God.
But 6 months after Carl's trial, George Williams, his father, was sentenced to 4.5 years for drug trafficking, because he was supposed to be charged from. Remember when they got caught?
That's right. They had to pause it. That's right. All right.
Oh God. So now Barbara Williams, who's Carl's mother, she was horribly depressed by her baby boy's conviction and prison sentence.
Woman, I kind of have a feeling she had a little to do with it. She's up there yelling at the judge and shit. She obviously didn't raise him to.
She was mad that she was also upset that he pled guilty. She kept saying, no, we're going to fight it. I don't know what these people thought they were Teflon. Nothing sticks to them. I don't know what they were thinking.
It's all fake. We'll just kill the judge's judge.
Right.
We'll just kill them all. They'll be fine.
What's his name? Carl's in prison now for the next 35 years. Okay. Shane died ages ago, right? She and George had gotten divorced. I don't know when. At some point they got divorced.
All right.
So she's got nothing, right? So she got really depressed.
Okay.
And she died by suicide by overdosing on sleeping pills and champagne, because that's what people with money do.
I mean, and it looks
you can't just use water.
It's Hollywood.
You got to use champagne.
Champagne. Yeah. It looks prettier.
At her home in November of 2008.
Wow.
Also in 2008. a true crime drama TV series called Underbelly was aired based on the Melbourne gangland killings, covering the events from 1995 to 2004 when Carl was arrested.
I almost watched that the other night. I'm so glad I didn't. Oh my God.
No,
That's funny.
You're joking.
No,
you did not heard of Underbelly.
I just was on Crime HQ, their website.
No way, because I seriously was going to tell you, I want to find this. I wonder if we can see it.
I think you can. And somebody said where it was at. Where was it? It was like Hulu or something. And it's like, I'll put that on my list.
I want to watch this. Underbelly.
Funny.
Okay. It ran for 6 full seasons, and then the 7th season was a miniseries.
Dang.
And here's another fun one. The actress that portrayed Roberta was said to be a better Roberta than the real Roberta.
You're better at Roberta-ing.
We like her so much more.
Such a better Roberta than you,
that
Roberta.
Pissed her off, by the way. That really pissed her off.
I'm sure. But I am Roberta. Well, she's a better Roberta. I'm sorry. Roberta is better than you.
So in the middle of Underbelly running on TV, right? On April 19th, 2010, Carl Williams, in prison, was bludgeoned with the handle of an exercise bike at Barwon Prison.
How random.
Exactly. An exercise bike handle. And he died from his injuries.
Wow. All right. So the hitman made a hit finally.
Right. He was murdered by another inmate named Matthew Charles Johnson, who was later convicted of the murder.
Oh, man.
And later, it would be reported that it was likely that prison staff were in on it.
Oh, shocker. Yeah. Yeah. They're in on a lot.
An exercise bike.
That's hilarious.
Handle.
Somebody's been working that screw off of there for a while. And they're like, use this as a weapon.
All right. So on the day of his murder, the media broke the story that the Victoria police had been paying $8,000 in school fees for Carl's daughter, Dakota, because she was attending a private school.
What are they paying for private school? Excuse me.
What now?
What the fuck?
What the fuck, right? And people were like,
why
the fuck, right?
Why are we paying for what?
So a year later, during Matthew Charles Johnson's murder, the guy who killed Carl.
Okay. Yeah.
It was revealed that Carl had struck another deal with police while in prison to become an informant, and paying for Dakota's school was part of the agreement.
Damn. Carl's pretty good.
No.
Carl was good at this shit.
Never stops.
Yeah. Shit.
He doesn't stop. So this drew media attention to Dakota, who then became known as a gangland heiress.
Oh. It's like, I did not apply for this title.
Right. I did not
know. Oh, no.
All right. So Carl's funeral was held a week after his death at a Catholic church. Just want to point that out.
Excuse me. No. Why is that allowed? But people who commit suicide can't be at a Catholic church. Excuse me.
I have no
I need to call the Pope.
It
Somebody
just
call
was
the Pope.
so.
Yeah.
What now?
This is not allowed. Okay.
He was buried in a golden coffin.
It's even more disgusting. It just keeps getting worse. Okay.
But turns out the coffin was put in a nameless plot without a headstone. So don't know where he is now.
So somebody needs to dig it up and get the gold.
Yeah, right. Carl's murder was considered the finale, the end of the gangland killings, which did last once they had amassed all the information. Pretty much went from 1988 to 2010, and the death toll was 36 murders.
Holy shit. So they didn't clean all of the
oven. The
Didn't
oven still had some crumbs. Yeah. Woo!
Oh, Jesus.
There was some burned on cheese there, man. Let me tell you.
Woo. Damn.
Okay.
Wow.
So.
It's so many people.
Now, Roberta Williams, as Carl's widow, even though she was divorced from him, right?
Oh,
she gained even more notoriety as a would-be mob matriarch.
Oh, great.
Seriously.
Okay.
I don't know why why
she's
media?
a
Why are you
queen of
making her
something.
famous
for
nothing?
being
In fact, worse than nothing.
right.
Bad stuff. So she and her new man had a baby boy named Giuseppe.
Oh, we had Giuseppe in the last story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
And she said in an article that the baby was actually conceived the day before Carl was murdered.
Oh.
And she believed that the baby was a gift from Carl.
Oh, yeah. I bet he feels that way.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me just.
In the article, there's a quote that she says, "To me, this was his way of saying, I'm leaving your life, but I'm sending you what you want most so you can begin again and be happy."
Splooge.
What?
Gross. No thanks, Carl.
Oh, gross.
Keep it in your pants, Carl.
Now it's 2011 and Roberta has her new man. She's got her baby. She's no longer in the drug trade. She's got 4 kids, right?
Damn.
So she's got Ty, who's 23, Danielle, 18, or Brianna, that's 16. Dakota is 9.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the baby
Giuseppe, who apparently has mental disabilities.
Okay.
Okay. She's unemployed and she's over $400,000 in debt.
Oh, girl. Go get that gold coffin.
Right? Got some digging to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no. And never really had a job
She's never really had a job, right? So what's she going to do?
Yeah.
We have not heard the end of Roberta.
Oh, God.
In July of 2019.
Oh, God. I'm afraid to know what she's doing. Oh, God.
A reporter named John Sylvester received an email from a television producer named Ryan Nomenko.
Okay.
This is the email that he receives.
Uh-oh.
John, I need to speak with you urgently and privately. I have been involved in creating the Roberta Williams reality show.
Oh, no. Is this like Flava Flav?
I don't know. Until 2 nights ago, when I was almost murdered. It was minutes after my children and their mother left the studios in Collingwood.
Oh, no.
I was tied up, beaten to an inch of my life, extorted, choked with an electrical extension lead, and forced to make phone calls to my family members to transfer money to Roberta via the studio owner. Otherwise, I, as well as my mother and small children, would have, quote, holes in our heads. I have been tossing up whether to contact police regarding this, but I am holding off. I want to speak to somebody trustworthy in Piranha, the task force. There are many other things I could say, but being a non-secured email, I won't go into further details. Hoping to hear from you. Regards, Ryan.
I'm not just hoping, I need to freaking hear from you. Help.
Yes.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Damn, Roberta.
Okay.
She's like, well, I can't make a living this way. I better go back to what I know.
Apparently, there had been a plan to raise $50,000 through a GoFundMe page for a Mob Wives reality show with Roberta being the main focus, right?
Yes. Mob Wives are very popular right now. Okay.
But I guess she wasn't as popular as she thought because it only raised $840.
Oh, she needed the other Roberta. The better
yeah,
Roberta.
She needed the better Roberta.
Oh,
so she believed that Ryan owed her 20 grand of the money that the GoFundMe was supposed to.
Oh, come on.
Right?
She cannot take blame for anything.
No.
Oh, no.
So John Sylvester connected Ryan Nomenko with investigators he could trust.
Okay.
Roberta and 5 men were arrested and charged.
Jeez.
She apparently trashed the police interview room when she was brought in.
Like a housewife, throwing the tables and shit, flipping tables.
But her court case was delayed because COVID. Finally, in 2022, she pled guilty to blackmail and recklessly causing injury for her complicity in the assault. She didn't participate in the assault.
Well, no,
but she was there.
She learned from Carl
right
how not to get involved.
But she was there giving them orders. The judge took into her account her exceptional family needs or circumstances or whatever.
Exceptional. They're in
Right.
private school.
Including that Giuseppe needed full-time care for his disabilities. And then her own medical problems, which I don't know what they were, but she had recent abdominal surgery and hand surgeries. I don't know what those were about. Right?
She got a tummy tuck and
carpal tunnel. Carpal tunnel. She doesn't do anything. What would give her diapers? Changing diapers?
Yeah.
Going online all day? I don't know.
Ah, that's it. Yeah.
So once again, she was spared jail time.
Wow.
I know. I can't. I don't know. I don't.
This is the day and age women go to jail. This isn't like.
That's what I thought. Apparently not in Australia.
I'm moving to Australia, I guess. Okay. Not that I have any reason to go to jail, I hope.
Yeah. In 2022, Roberta, at the age of 53, joined the adult site OnlyFans.
She made her own page. She got her own.
She does. Oh. But she complained in an article that she's still struggling for money, despite the fact that she charges $30 a month for posting X-rated content to thousands of subscribers.
Okay, she has thousands of subscribers. Damn. What? Okay. I guess guys are into anything.
She said that every time she opens a bank account, the police shut it down.
Well, yeah. She probably owes them a shit ton of money. I mean, taxes.
Yeah, right? She claims that she and Dakota can't get real jobs because no one will hire them.
Oh, God. I hope she's not involved.
I don't know why nobody... I don't understand why no one will hire us. I don't get it. She actually had said her goal was to go into social work and help children and be a role model.
No. I am
this
sorry,
is why you can't find a job. Nobody wants you as a role model.
Nobody wants you as a role model.
Are you friggin' serious?
I thought she was on a better path with the OnlyFans. That at least kind of tracks for her.
So days later, Dakota Williams, who at this point was 21, also joined OnlyFans.
I knew it. I knew she was going to push her daughter into this shit. Okay.
She's charging $35 a month.
I think she could charge more, probably. At least she's young.
She has an interesting way of dressing and accessorizing.
Oh.
There's pictures.
Oh, okay.
And right after she joined OnlyFans, she bought a $100,000 white BMW and posted it on Instagram.
This is the problem, people. Learn to save.
And both women are constantly in the media being photographed wearing things like Louis Vuitton and other luxury brands.
Please,
but no one will employ us, and we have no money. And oh my God.
You know, thrifting is really in right now, girls.
Right.
You don't have to have those things.
Okay. It's not over.
Oh, no.
In April of 2023, just a year ago, Dakota and Roberta announced on Instagram ticket sales for a live show called My Life, Our Life, where they were going to discuss in front of a live audience what life was like before, with, and after Carl.
Okay, that's. I was worried about what kind of show they were going to put on.
Okay. So was I.
Yeah.
Apparently it was like a limited time run thing in Melbourne.
We're going to tell you about our soap opera life. You want to hear about it? No.
I seriously don't know. I kept seeing, when I saw the stuff about them and the OnlyFans, in more than one place, it kept saying that Roberta was charging $30, Dakota was charging $35, and they kept saying more than any other contestant on Married at First Sight. And I tried. I Googled Married at First Sight Australia, and I went through all the seasons, and I don't see that any of it. So I don't know why people keep connecting them to that reality show, but maybe one or both of them were on Married at First Sight. I don't know.
Weird.
But I don't know. I tried.
comparison was
But after a while,
weird.
I had already put so many hours into the story and I was so exhausted. I was just like, whatever.
There's just so much information.
But hold on. Before I finished, I Googled one more time to see what the latest news stories were for either of them. And they popped up.
Oh, shit.
The latest drama was as of this month, March 2024. There is a legal battle over George Williams's, Carl's father, George, his estate, which includes a suburban Broadmeadows home worth $360,000. It's not anything crazy.
It's a normal home. Okay.
It's a normal house, right? I don't know what the housing market is in Australia.
Yeah,
but
no
it's
clue.
not, supposedly it's pretty modest, right?
Okay.
I guess a year ago, George died of a massive heart attack at the age of 69. Okay. He had gotten remarried and his new wife, they had been together for 16 years.
Oh, wow.
And he had updated his will to leave his estate to her. And she lives in this house.
Okay.
But Roberta and Dakota are fighting her because they believe the house should go to Dakota, his granddaughter.
Nope. Sorry.
So, and there's a whole thing with like, there was a drive-by shooting at the house.
Oh, dang.
So that's still going on. The drama is still going.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hope they don't target you.
What? Why? What did I do?
Talked about them. Okay.
All right.
Oh,
so
my God.
That is the Melbourne gangland murders through the life of Carl Anthony Williams and Roberta Williams and all of their madness and gangland heiress Dakota Williams and holy shit.
Holy balls. You could go from so many different views. We could do a whole season of just different views.
This.
Okay. Now from Lewis's point of view.
Right. Because he took out people that I didn't cover.
Totally. There
were other people that went out. There were 36 murders. I covered 10-ish.
Yeah. I'm exhausted.
I mean,
that's so much thinking.
Right down till he was killed with the handle of an exercise bike. I just was like, this story just keeps giving and giving.
It's a giving story. And it's not even Florida.
It's not even Florida. Florida. Australia's coming for you.
Oh.
Would you like to hear
pictures? Yeah, and I need to hear where you saw all this.
Okay, here we go. All right, so I got abc.net.au.
Okay.
There was a show I watched on YouTube called Crime Investigations Australia, Families of Crime. Okay. And there are other episodes from other families.
Oh, dang. Okay.
All right. There was an episode of 60 Minutes Australia. I also found that on YouTube.
Cool.
The Sydney Morning Herald, which is shm.com.au, the dailytelegraph.com.au, theage.com.au, Yahoo News Australia at au.news.yahoo.com, news.com.au, dailymail.co.uk, and Wikipedia and Murderpedia for just random shit.
Holy balls.
Holy balls.
That's a good story. I love the drama. I love all the drama.
I mean, they made a 7-season show on it. And that was just covering a portion of it. That wasn't so anything past his arrest.
It's the balls out season, bitches.
Woo, yeah.
Woo. Good one. Okay, good one.
Yeah. Thank you, Christy, for letting me know about that one. It was so worth it. So worth it.
And it keeps giving. We'll probably have updates to this one. Yeah.
Oh, this one will have updates. I'll just have to, I don't know, somehow flag Dakota Williams and Roberta Williams whenever they come up.
Oh, damn. Just keep adding. Cool. Thank you guys for listening.
I hope you followed along. I will try to post pictures so you have some faces to go with the names.
Yeah, no shit. All right. Well, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of ODFM. ODFM is hosted by Kelly DeVries and Jenna Swanson. Editing and production is by Kelly DeVries. Theme music is by Eric Swanson. For images from each episode and more, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok with the handle ODFM Podcast. For video episodes, subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for ODFM Podcast. If you are looking for more content, chances at prizes and more, become a Patreon fan at patreon.com/ODFM podcast. Subscribing to our Patreon is a great way to help us get better equipment, and our big goal is to hire an editor someday, so your contribution could really make a difference. If you can't give monthly, there are other ways you can help. Share us with your true crime friends. Word of mouth goes a long way. Or you can give us a one-time contribution through buymeacoffee.com/ODFM podcast. We appreciate your support, and someday we hope to make ODFM our main jobs with your help.